So, more predictions. More predictions for the Premier League season. My position's one that I rambled on a lot, so I thought to save myself some trouble of looking back at it in a few months' time, I'll just make a new one for individual awards-ish, because there's some awards like top scorer, top assister, golden glove, yada yada yada. But then I also want to just have some like bold predictions of like standout player, or I don't know. I have some here, but yeah. So let's get underway, I should say, with my first ones. Top scorer. Here's the thing, I'm going to backtrack myself a little bit from my Aston Villa reaction. In the moment, I saw Aston Villa, I'm like, oh my God, they're amazing. Danny Ings is going to feed in that team. He's going to get top scorer. I still think he's going to feed in that team, but I think he's going to come second. The Chelsea bias comes through. Top scorer, I think it's going to be Lukaku. I have, screw it. I don't see a single way he flops. The way Werner, actually no, I'm not even going to say that. In terms of scoring goals, Werner scored goals. I don't chat shit anyway. I don't see him going to have no influence on the game. Someone as big as that plays so physical like that, he's going to feed. He's going to feed, and in that Chelsea team, he's going to fucking score. I guarantee you that. So I think Lukaku gonna get top scorer. Cross my fingers a lot more because I really want that to happen. My one thing would be, even if Kane signs for City, obviously I don't know yet, I still wouldn't pick him for top scorer because that City team is so stacked. Goals are distributed through everyone. Gundogan had 10 goals or something stupid from midfield. That fucking Rodri's probably going to be scoring 7 goals a season. That City team, the goals are going to be spread out a lot, which is why I wouldn't pick anyone in that team. For Chelsea, the goals were spread out very thinly because we don't score any. But yeah, so that's why I have Lukaku going to be the top scorer. Top assister. In my head, there's 2 that it could be, and I feel so boring thinking of it. It's Bruno or De Bruyne. Bruno or De Bruyne. I can see Bruno getting it more. Again, I'll say the same thing. That City team's so spread out. God, I can't English. It's so deep, that roster, that team. Okay, it's my basketball stuff on. That team is so deep that, especially with Grealish now, I don't think De Bruyne is going to get as many assists. So I think it's going to go De Bruyne. I think it's going to go to Bruno. Well, the Euros, he had a shit time. Let's be real. People want to. I remember people getting annoyed. The British stuff, Portugal. If you don't play good, you don't play. That's the fact of the matter. But I think in that United squad under Ole, he's good. He's really fucking good. So top assister. All right, got your boy Bruno Fernandes. Golden Glove. This one is it could go to Edison again. It could go to Mendy. Could go to Martinez. I think they're the only 3 that could win it. I really do. Actually, no. Alisson could get it as well. That Liverpool defense is nuts now. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to pick. Because it's not clean sheets and golden gloves, people put it down to the goalkeeper. but it's the teams I think affected that the most. Screw it. Chelsea, Mendy's gonna get the Golden Glove. He only didn't win it last season because Kepa played more games when Mendy wasn't even at the club yet. So, Mendy, you're a god. I love you. Let's win that Golden Glove. Next one, young player of the season. This is one I don't really have one on my head. In my predictions are the like positions. I did say for Southampton it's going to be amazing or it's going to be shit. I think it's probably more likely to be shit than good. So that's why I've got them relegated. Like Broja, honestly, that's a stupid prediction. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. That was completely me trying to be biased. Couldn't bring myself to say this. It's actually tough. It's actually tough. I have one person in mind. I just want to see his age. No, that doesn't work there. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm going to come back to that one. Breakthrough star. This is one where it's literally roll the dice, see what happens. How am I supposed to predict someone to do really good? It's like my favorite one was, who the fuck saw that coming? Timo Pukki. If he breaks out this season, it's like, I remember that guy. Started that season, no one knew his name. No one could say anything about him. I could say, name a Finnish player. Everyone would be like, no, I got nothing. And then Pukki just exploded out of nowhere. That's what a breakout star is. That's what I think a breakout star is, where no one can see it coming. So this is where the prediction, that's where it's fun, because it's like, I can gamble with anyone here. Any single player on the planet. And I'm going for Leon Bailey, because I'm really high on him. I really want him to get it, I'm going to be honest. Like, there's not a lot of buzz around him, which is why I can say breakout star, because to me, he's already sick. But I think he could do really well. And explode in that Aston Villa team. Asking for it. Next one. What I want to say. Manager of the season. This one, it's really tough because Moyes should have won it last season, but Pep won it. So it's like, I don't know what the criteria is. If it's just who does the best, it's going to be Pep. But it's like, it's probably not going, like, if Pep wins with that, it's like Pochettino. If Pochettino wins the league with a front line of Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, is that really that impressive? I know, obviously, but being dramatic, I could fucking win the league with that front line. I could say, pass the ball to whoever's who's feeling good. Pass it to them. I'll let them run with it. Like, there's not a lot that has to be done there. So I think for Pep, I wouldn't say he should be winning manager of the season, unless he plays De Bruyne at centre back and it works out. I don't know. Who could it be then? You know what? Because I'm an Aston Villa fanboy. Could Dean Smith win manager of the season? Fuck it. That's a fun prediction. That's a bold fucking prediction. Dean Smith, manager of the season. Young player of the season. That's tough. That's tough, man. Oh, yes. Sancho. Sancho. It's got to be Sancho. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jadon Sancho. One, because I can't really think of anyone good. Two, I think it could be Sancho. I like if you if they have spent two transfer windows entirely going after Sancho, and they don't play him or he does badly. Oh god, I don't want to be on social media because it's going to be toxic as shit. So I think Sancho could do it. I think he's going to be a good signing. I really do think he's going to be really good for Manchester United, and Manchester United are going to do really good. I can't see them not. He's only 21. I think that counts in it. Jadon Sancho. Is that all of them? I was gonna do like a most improved kind of thing, but I don't really see. I can't think of it. If I couldn't think of a young player for young player of the season, I don't want to try and do anything for most improved. So yeah,